From All-Pro Freight Stadium, here in Avon, Ohio, the home of the Lake Erie Crushers. It is game number 57. Today, the Kent State Golden Flashes and the Akron Zips will meet to decide this year's Mid-American Conference pennant. 2-0 on Sheltrown leading off. Here's Clark's pitch. Swung on, hit high and deep to right, hooking down the line. Sutton running. He makes the catch up against the foul wall. It's a fair ball. Not a lot of room down there, but set up at 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, bounced weakly to short. Down to Glovetus Beckner. Sets and throws, and Michael Clark does indeed work a 1-2-3 first inning.
Our pitching staff today putting up 9 zeros, and unbelievable job, from our pitching staff. Coach Burkbeck, unbelievable pitching guy, and I'm lucky to have a guy like that.
Can we rewind it 1 year ago, not quite a full year, when you were appointed the head coach of the Golden Flashes, taking over the next in a long line of really legendary head coaches here. And the number one thing you did, first of all, was we made sure Mike Burkbeck stayed.
Absolutely, and with the guy who's been here for 17 years and all the success he has had, I'd be stupid not to, at least take this job and be next to that guy. And I've learned a lot from him throughout the season, and just an unbelievable job this pitching staff has done all season long, from our starters to our bullpen. So it's made the job easier for me.
He delivers. A swing and a miss. 90 miles an hour past LaRocca for the first out. Michael has his first punch out. 3-1 pitch. Ahart swings and lifts it in the air on the infield. This will be a tough play with a sun. It's the shortstop Beckner. One-handed catch after shielding his eyes from the sun, and Clark gets out of it. He's strong through 3, and we are still looking for our first run of the ball game. Michael, same lineup you just faced a week ago. Did you have any kind of a different approach, or the same exact way you approached it on senior night?
It was good to see him again, because I kind of knew who was going to do what and who was looking for what. So I approached it a little differently.
This game, once it got going, it looked like it was going to be pretty low scoring. As a pitcher, do you kind of stay in the zone there and not worry about the offense and just focus on throwing up a zero?
I was just trying to go pitch for pitch with Pat. Pat pitched an absolute gem. Hats off to him. He really pitched hard, and he pitched great.
You've been on the mound for a lot of big moments. You think back to Kentucky and Oregon, in Omaha. Were you nervous for this start?
Not really. Just a little bit. I try and just treat it like another game.
Well, there you are, and it didn't look like anybody's going to score, and as the innings mount up, pressure's on, but you got better as the game wore on.
Yeah, I was able to get in a groove and getting a better feel for my pitches as the game went on.
A ball and 2 strikes to LaRocca, the pitch. Off-speed pitch, called strike 3. LaRocca has struck out for the second time this afternoon.
That's a senior right there. You go with the fastball that he chases up, then you come back with that breaking pitch that painted the inside part of the plate under the hands. What a way to pitch, and that shows you Michael Clark, wise to his years as a senior for the Golden Flashes.
But Michael Clark has given you what you wanted today. 6 innings, no runs, 3 base hits, and nothing seems to faze him, Ty.
He's ready. He delivers. Strike 3 called. Nailed the outside corner, 1 away. You're not a guy that shows a lot of emotion very often, but in that 1 inning, you did pound the Rawlings a couple times after you got the final out.
Yeah, it was a big moment. I've been through a lot, Tommy John, and to be here with these guys is just fantastic, and it's just the greatest feeling. Go to regional.
The 2-2. He went soft and it swung on and missed. Inning over. Fasola pounds the Rawlings and heads to the dugout. We are still scoreless in Lorain County. They'll stand and stretch here at All-Pro Freight Stadium, looking for the title game's first run. You started your career at one KSU, end up at another. Talk to me about your work here the last couple of years with Mike Burkbeck.
Well, I decided to transfer from K-State, and I've always been a Kent State fan growing up, and he's one of the best. And when I decided to transfer, I said, who do I want to go with? And I wanted to work with Coach Berkey because he's just hands down the best pitching coach in the nation.
Berkey, I'll ask a really simple question with a complex answer. Why did you come back?
Because I love Kent State University. My roots are in Northeastern Ohio. I believe in Midwestern kids, and I wanted to see if we could replace all those innings.
And we did. Congratulations, Berkey. A couple of chances, the 1-0. bunted down the third baseline, charging on it, beveled and kicked. Meeker can't get him. That's a fair ball and a leadoff man on here in the 8th. We wait for the scoring on that.
It's so neat, and especially the way we did it today. With with a guy like Zarley's coming up, having 3 tough at bats, and then you had confidence in him. I know you did. He goes to the left side, and then comes up with a big hit, just like he has all season long. As a coach, you get a little emotional seeing it, because that's what baseball's all about. Baseball, you got a lot of adversity in baseball, in the game, and he stuck with it. He was mentally strong and really came up with a big hit.
Zarley Zaleski is going to be given a chance. The chance to be the hero.
What I like for Zaleski here, Ty, is they've turned him around left-handed. He's 0 for 3 double plays batting right-handed.
We knew it was coming. I mean, that's Zarley for you. He's just a batter that's the best guy for the situation right there, and we're just all so proud of him.
Well, like you said, I struggled early, and then as the game went on, I just stayed with the same approach throughout the whole game, and it happened to fall through in the last inning.
Didn't really fall through. I mean, it was an absolute rocket. Now the 2-2. Line drive to right center field. This is in the gap. Down it goes. It'll roll forever. Wilson scores. Cook is running. He will score. And Zarley Zaleski puts the Golden Flashes dramatically in flight here in the 8th. 2-0 over the Zips. I got on the bus in Muncie 3 straight days after 3 very frustrating losses, and each time I braced myself for a complete ton lashing by you to your team. That never came. Why not?
Well, I think there's a time and place for it, and I know the way we lost, it was really tough losses. We blew 2 leads in the 9th inning, and it's not that we were playing terrible baseball. We just needed to learn from what we did in those 9th innings, between making mistakes defensively or even in the base running offensively, just little things. And I just addressed it that way and try to stay afloat and keep these guys going, because I knew that this team had potential going into the end of the season, especially with a young team. It was a mixture. You had some older guys, but we were very youthful in that Ball State series.
This inning began with another infield hit by Wilson. Sacrificed to second by Summers. Cook intentionally walked, and Zaleski drilling a 2-2 to the gap to make it 2-0. The 0-1 line drive, base hit to center field. Coming in to score is Zarley Zaleski, and Olvey does it again, 3-0.
The freshman coming of age.
The guys who have stepped up, for Alex Miklos and Sawyer Pullen, Troy Summers and Zach Beckner. Zach Beckner played an outstanding defense all week and really did a good job, and that helped out our pitching staff as well, and then had some key hits as well. And him and Troy Summers, I'm so proud of those two, because they've handled some adversity. Troy Summers hadn't played really all season long, and he comes in, gets an opportunity, and makes the most of it, and that's what it's all about.
The set. And the 2-1. Cracked on the ground to the right side for Wagler. Slides, pumps, and throws. 1 out. The set and the pitch. Tapped up the middle, near second. Beckner slides, throws. 2 out. One of the best coaching performances you'll see from Jeff Duncan, Mike Birkbeck, Alex Marconi, and Brandon Larson this year. The set and the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. A brand new rotation. 3 guys who had not started in their career on the weekend, and here they are, a pitch away. The 2-2. Check swing. The tag, and now the appeal is not going to be made. Full count. Now they finally do ask. You talk about the suspense. They say no swing.
Michael Clark is at the top of the dugout. He's the first one that wants to come flying out of there.
The payoff. High pop out of play to the right. And do it again at 3-2.
Do they practice the dog pile, Ty? Or
They do not.
You don't have one. Not even on the first day of practice, you don't? Nope. All right.
Bases empty, 2 outs, 9th inning. Here's the payoff. Ripped to right field, down the line, Sutton giving chase. The Flashes win the pennant. And the celebration is on in Lorain County in front of the pitcher's mound. Sutton making the last catch, go soaring to the top of that pile. The final score of this one, Kent State 3, Akron 0. We'll be back with more after this. Well, we'll keep it right here because Cody Cook has finally made his way. And look what he's carrying with him, the Tournament Most Valuable Player trophy. You just kind of showing that off like a new kitten.
I have to. They won't let me put it down for anything.
I was on the bottom with Fasola getting buried. I felt like I had about 2,000 pounds on my right leg. I was just hoping to get out there alive.
They talk about how much fun those dog piles really are, and you were close to, maybe if not at the bottom of it. How was it?
I was at the bottom. My legs were split and got a couple bruises now, but I'll be all right.
No DL, right?
No DL. No.
Congratulations. You got a bunch of friends you didn't know you had today.
I know.
And your shirt is still very much damp.
I know.
That had to feel awfully good, though.
I always wondered what it felt like, and now I do. It's really cold, and I'll take it every year.